Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Jenna. Hello, Angelina. And here we are moving through December now. Can you believe that already? Oh, man. I hope everybody's got their Christmas shopping done. They're already ahead. The presents are all wrapped and already underneath the tree. Or unless you're like me and it's like just realizing, oh, a tree? Uh-oh. What do we got here? Jenny, my cat woke. Sorry, my eyes. My cat woke me up in time this morning so I wouldn't miss our tarot about 4:30 a.m. Oh my gosh. I'm still waking up this morning, which, I got plenty of sleep last night. I wonder what's up. But this is my breath of fresh air. Chance to take a breath. Feet flat on the floor, butt doing the kitty dance. Shoulders relaxed. Neck relaxed. So, and Jenny, I saw you had a cat picture where cats were going around and there was like a circle. And that one really reminded me of the world. So I hope your cat tarot is coming along. Can't wait to see that. So what are we doing here? We are checking in with the universe. We are using this as an excuse to take a breath, to take a few minutes to relax, open up our ears, see if the universe has anything for us. And as I like to think of it, if there's any angers or resentments or anything, or things that we aren't acknowledging, sometimes we get together with the tarot and we can all relate to the archetypes that are in the tarot. And so hopefully we find something positive to take throughout our day. If nothing, that extra little breath, right? So, then what am I going to do here? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. Each one like a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this conversation will take us down one path. This conversation will take us in a totally different direction than this conversation. And the question is, which string do we want to pull? Today, let's go with the center, or what I like to think of as things right at the heart. Yes, I'm seeing it as strength with all the little star kittens peeking into the mouth. Little star kittens. So I'm going to do our 3-in-1. I'm about to sneeze. And Star Kittens sounds like it'd be a great Saturday morning program for my grandson. Let's watch Star Kitten. Ooh, or better yet, like a kid's book. I'm going to throw that out there for anybody who wants to write a book. Little sci-fi book. There's not enough sci-fi books for little toddlers. Star Kittens. Oh, that would be great. Maybe I need to write that. So, I'm going to do our 3-in-1 here. I'm going to flip each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book as I think about Star Kittens. Actually, Jenna, that's your title because you came up with it, so. Okay, so I'm going to flip each card over. First one here we have, ooh, look at this. So, Swords are our thoughts, our ideas, and our anxiety, and twos are about balances and making choices. And so sometimes it's difficult to make choices. Sometimes we don't want to see things for the way they are. Other times we're not getting all the details. But let's see what the next card is. Talk about swords. So sometimes we need to make decisions. We need to make choices. But we don't have all the facts. We're not seeing things clearly. You know, all this water in the background, water just represents our emotions, our feelings. And so sometimes it's difficult to see things for the way they are. Sometimes it takes a wake-up call like the Justice card. Justice, whose card is straight. Justice see things for the way things are. It's not about emotions. It's not about feelings. It's about just weighing things in our scale and basing it on facts. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So again, cups are the elements of water. It's our spirituality, emotions, our feelings. So sometimes it's one of those things where there are things that helped us to get where we are, things that we love, things that we enjoy. And sometimes after a while, the things that helped us the most can hold us back. Whether it's our angers, our resentments, or whether it's things that we love, things that are passionate about, things that we love spending our money on. But when we look at things clearly, sometimes there's some things that we need to be willing to let go of if we want to go to the next level. So we have a mountain here. And it's almost as if the Pamela Coleman Smith did this as if he was a cup standing right here. Because eights are about progress, moving forward. And it's almost as if he jumped down and he decided, you know, these things were important to me, but I need to keep moving forward. So sometimes we need to think about the things that we might want to let go of. Things that, again, you know, if it's a big picture, you could say, oh, like an addiction. But it's not just that. These are things that have their usefulness are done. And it's time to kind of move on, but it's not always easy to do that. Whether it's deciding to move to a new house, things that cause emotions with change. So some things where we get blinded by emotions, blinded by feelings, but we know it's time to move forward. Whether it's a job, just these difficult emotional things. But let's see what the advice card is. It is the King of Cups. So, kings. Kings are us when we're adulting. Kings are us when we are taking charge of things, doing what we need to do. But being cups, kings are the element of air, cups are the element of water. You know, yes, it can cause turmoil and things like that. But we know when it's time to let things go, when it's time to do something different. So today it's kind of reflecting on, like Marie Kondo, was that her name? Remember how she would say, it's like you would look at this box and you would thank it for the joy. Did it spark a joy? If you're looking at something now, does it spark joy? And you thank it, and then you let it go. So this is those things that at one time sparked joy. Now they're just in a box and cluttering. And it's time to kind of like say, all right, my king here, me, saying, okay, it's time to clean some of this stuff up. Create space for something new. The space has been cleared here. So now we can actually put something new here. So today, just think about that. What space do I need to clear so I can create something new? You know, and it's interesting because I can't think of anything particular in my personal life. But I'm sure as I contemplate throughout the day, and that's the joy of doing meditation. That's the joy of looking in the mirror like this and saying, well, how does that reflect on my life? There is so much. If I actually think about it logically, using the swords, I can list out 20 things. But when I don't think about it, like if I'm not meditating on it or I'm not reading tarot, I wouldn't even think to name 5 things or 1 thing. But now that we're doing this, it's like, oh, I get what the universe is saying. So that's kind of what meditation is. It just points out things that we might not have realized. So with that, thank you all again very, 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 very much. I will see you all again tomorrow. Take care.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. The stories we have found in the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures